Hey everybody, this is Tyann Marcink, and I am back again with another interview. This is Brownrygg Wools, and I met him at the Association of Independent Hospitality Partners last week in Nashville, Tennessee. And what I saw there in Nashville was this really, really cool instrument, and I was very intrigued, and I stopped by and talked to him and found out what it was. It's called a Matterport, and Brownrygg is going to tell us exactly what it is and tell us the functions of it and why this is so absolutely awesomely cool. And then we're going to talk about how the experience at your vacation rental or bed and breakfast or resort, whatever your place is, why this piece of technology is so freakingly awesome. So I want to introduce you to Brownrygg Wools.
Hey everybody, Brownrygg, like she said. So excited here. Thank you for inviting me in and letting me speak into this group, this community that you have going. I really appreciate it, and I thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, we're really excited with a company called Porch Visuals, and we are wanting to try and serve and bring something new to the bed and breakfast and independent innkeeper market that we haven't seen before anywhere else. And it's called virtual tours. But before you say anything, because I know you say virtual tours and you go, oh, virtual tours are horrible, because in reality they are, and what we understand, they're horrible. There's this camera sitting in a room, and it's trapped and sealed, And so
yes, exactly. A lot of the virtual tours I've seen they're shaky, and you can't. It starts to give you a headache, or you feel getting sick because it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's really clunky, and so me and my business partner actually film people, and we were looking at 360-degree video because we believe that that's kind of the next place for storytelling. Virtual reality, that's where it's going, and we ended up running into this technology. And we're like, man, this is so many uses. And a few months ago, we decided just to hone in on bed and breakfast and vacation home rental owners to make it happen. Because essentially what this does, without getting into any technical things, high thinking philosophy here, what this essentially does is give an experience to your potential guests like you cannot do anywhere else on the internet right now. It's like for Google Street, but for indoors, where you can actually, from anywhere in the world, if you have a reliable internet service, actually tour the place from anywhere, on your phone, on a tablet, on a computer, a desktop, laptop, and it really immerses you into that space to give you an intimate understanding of what it is that you'll be buying into.
And what I like too, which is really cool, is the viewer actually controls going through the place. You don't just sit there and wait for it to unfold. I can actually walk through and look at each room as I want.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the 3D dollhouse view as well that gives you an orientation of the space, so we'll show them in a little bit. You guys are going to freak out. Every time I show someone this that's never seen it before, they go, wow, wow, how do you do that? That's wow. And if you have a wow factor in showing off your space, you know that you're ahead of the rest. So we're excited.
Exactly, yes. A lot of my followers, Heather Bayer and with Cottage Blogger, and that's her big thing, is having a wow factor. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those ways to have a wow factor immediately on your website, on your, you can attach this to emails as well, which is really cool, and get that wow factor before they even get to your place. So Brownrygg, why don't you go ahead and screen share with us and exactly show us what guests and travelers will see online.
Sure. So there we go. All right, welcome to our website, Porch Visuals. We have a fun little video that we put together where we get to actually see people's reaction once they explore the spaces. Scott Station Inn is a bed and breakfast that we did here in Wilmore. The owners are very gracious. They were actually at AIHP as well, and they did a great service to us in introducing us to the market. See, the load time is really quick for this amount of data that we'll have to scroll through. Usually it's between 3 and 4 seconds, depending on your load speed. So usually
that is really fast.
Yeah, usually what virtual tours are is just kind of this thing, and I know you're thinking, oh wow, I've seen this before, I'm stuck in one place. This is so normal. but wait till you see that we can actually move through the space.
Very cool.
As you wish. Left, right. You want to go up the stairs?
Yeah, take us up the stairs.
Let's go up the stairs. Oh, it went through the wall. See, and if that ever happens,
we're like ghosts.
Yeah, if that ever happens and you feel like you're getting disoriented, there's a super cool function called the dollhouse view that you can click on over here in the bottom left.
Okay.
Where it actually gives a 3D model rendering dollhouse view of the entire space. So we were there in the front.
Awesome.
We see the blue little dot. And then over here, we can just hop right on to upstairs to see one of the rooms that they have to view. And
very cool.
yeah, so it's actually very self-explanatory. It's like you could tour through the whole place in less time than you would actually have to if you were there. You know, so for the consumer or for the potential guest, it allows them to really get a feel for what you have to offer them. But what I'm really excited about, Tyann, kind of we talked about it before we got on the call, is how this truly gives not only a mirror image of what the space looks like, but now there's actually storytelling capabilities embedded within the space. This is what we call a tag, right? Once we scroll over the tag, there's a custom message that comes up that we can create. So this is still from our booth at the AIHP. But say now, for instance, this lamp is very, very precious, and you'd like to sell it for a lot of money or for a little bit of money. We can go ahead and tag this lamp and then say it'll be X amount of money. Or, as we know, most bed and breakfasts have a story to them. They're either old or have a mansion or old families to live in them. We could even use the same kind of tagging technology to explain to them why this room is important, or what experiences have happened in this room, what stories have happened in this room. And so that's essentially what it is. Like when you're selling a space, right? You're selling an experience.
Right.
And that's what we're really going for here with this new technology. It's a new way of sharing an experience. It's a new way of telling a story. And the beautiful thing is, your very own space becomes a medium for doing that. And I think
very cool. So, for instance. Oh yeah, that is really cool. Okay, so for like instance, if there was a really, really pretty picture on the wall, then we could tag that and say, hey, this picture has such and such story behind it. It was painted by local artist so-and-so as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Any
that is really
physical
awesome.
item.
So,
any physical item becomes a method for you to tell the story.
Okay, that is really sweet. Why don't you go ahead and take your screen share off and tell us a little bit more about exactly the process of getting this done. Say if I had you come out to my place, what all is involved?
Okay, let me just get the screen share back. Can you see me? There I am. All right, cool.
Yep,
so
essentially
what it is we come to your space, my business partner and I, or only my business partner, depending on the length and breadth of the project. We bring our camera with us, our Matterport camera, and very much like you saw in the scan, there are different circles, which is where we place the cameras. And so we go and we set up the camera, it does the scan, we pick it up, set it down, does the scan, and we complete that process until the area that you would like to have viewed online is completed. Once we do that, we upload it online, and it usually takes up to 24 hours to get back 2 links. One is just the hyperlink that we can link up to an email or a button or something online, and then there's also an embed link. And an embed link is what you saw was on my website, and so it pops on there kind of like a video. All you have to do is hit the play button and it loads. And we actually have it hosted on a third server party, so that when the website loads, it doesn't take any bandwidth from your website. It takes it from this other server. So there's no need to fear of this slowing down your website at all, because we host it on a different server. So that's the process. It's pretty simple. We go in there. Time-wise, it takes about 1,000 per 1,000 square foot. It takes 1 hour for completion. So 2,000 square foot space is going to take about 2 hours, et cetera, et cetera.
Very nice.
Those are the logistics.
Very cool. Okay. Yeah. So as Brownrygg said, all right, turn this off so you guys can see me. Okay. So as Brownrygg was telling us, this can be done and you can embed this into your website. So, you know, you're not taking your travelers and your guests off your website. It's completely embedded into your website, and it's also loaded from another server. So you don't have to worry about it, as he said, slowing down your website, taking up bandwidth. If you don't think you have enough bandwidth in your server package, it's all hosted separately, yet they don't leave your site, which I know is really important because you want to keep your guests and your travelers there at your place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, very, very, very cool. So glad that you were able to come on and tell us more about this. And just so everybody knows, I'm going to be working with Brownrygg. And if you have me come out to do photos, you can have Brownrygg come out and do Matterport, and we can set this up for you and do it. Especially if you have larger homes. I know, for example, my family, we always go every year somewhere together. And just being able to look ahead at the floor plans and at a view like that, because the Matterport gives a floor plan view also, correct?
Yeah, we totally forgot to showcase that. Should we go back and do it real quick?
Yeah. Grab your screen share and
yeah,
let's show the floor
plans.
I
think that's important. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll tell you why for my family a floor plan is important is because, say, I'm the person looking at picking out the house. And if I look at the floor plan and I'm like, well, I want to make sure, my family, my boys, they can get a little loud. So I want to make sure they're in a bedroom that's far away from my little nieces, the babies who need to be able to sleep. Things like that. Or if you have a family member that, needs the quiet, needs the extra space or whatever, you can go through and pick out your bedrooms ahead of time. So let's go back to Brownrygg here. All right, so tell us about the floor plan feature here.
All right, yeah, so this is similar to the dollhouse view. If you see, you toggle over here to the bottom. You go from the dollhouse view, you click on the floor plan, and it goes right into the floor plan. Over here to the bottom right, you can toggle floor 1 or floor 2, depending on which floor you'd like to see. We're on floor 1 right now. So this is where we started. This is the front of the home, bed and breakfast, and here's the kitchen, here's the living room, and you have 2 bedrooms for the front section. And so at any point in time, you can see and get a feel for exactly where the stairs would be coming up or where the other rooms would be. If grandma was sleeping in one and the in-laws are in another, or the kids can have a room, you can plan all that out and know exactly where it is in relation to the rest of the space. And if you'd like to see, I wonder what this bedroom looks like, all you have to do is just click and it'll take you right back in there. So you have
very cool
mobility, yeah, over your space. It's really neat, I think.
Awesome. And yeah. I like how on the floor plan, it's not just your basic line drawings either. You actually see, the top view, the pictures of everything.
Oh, check this out. I didn't even know this. So you can actually see the tags from the floor plan as well. So we could put a tag here on the bed, and if people moused over it, they would say, this is bedroom 1, this is bedroom 2, this is living room, this is where that happens. So
tell them the size of the bed. This is a king size bed. Put it on the couch where it says this is a sleeper sofa, sleeps so many people.
Yeah.
And even like the bed, saying like at my places, I have 600 thread count single ply Egyptian cotton seats that are so soft. So I would put a tag telling about the sheets,
Yeah. So that is the floor plan.
Very, very cool. Is there anything else that we should know about the Matterport?
Matterport is at its very beginning infant stages. And because this is so new to the industry, there's so much room for creative improvement and expansion. It excites me a lot. I was talking to my business partner the other day and thinking about how, at first I was thinking like maybe Matterport will be able to replace photography. And I was like, no, that's not true, because you can do so many things with photography that you can't necessarily do with Matterport. You can set up beautiful food, create a space, create a mood, dim down the lights. And so with that kind of emotional capability with photography and with Matterport, combined to get them an actual view of like what the space is, and then the photography explaining to them what it could be like for you, you know, those two things combined, I think, is a knockout combination, so that people know exactly, get an experience for what the place will be like and what it could be like for them, you know. So it's a win-win,
Yes.
win situation all around.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I know there's going to be one question viewers are going to be asking. Where does your accent come from?
I'm originally from South Africa. So yeah, I've been here for 6 years now and chilling. I love it.
Very cool. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on, and we're going to end this. If anyone has any questions about the Matterport, I will have links below in my blog post, but you can also check out porchlightvisuals.com, and they're on Facebook as well as Porchlight Visuals. And of course, you can always follow me as well. Facebook, Marcink Designs, Twitter, @Marcink Designs, and my blog, TyannMarcink.com. Thanks, everybody. We will see you later. Bye.